My first live ever, man. Listen, I hope everybody's having a good day, a smooth day. Blessings on this Sunday. I think it's Sunday, yeah. I got a message for you guys, man. The message today is temptation is at an all-time high. So currently, right now, you must do your best to defeat temptation. When I say temptation is at an all-time high, I'm gonna give it to you guys from my perspective. You heard? Now, for those of you who've been keeping up with the channel, you seen I made a video saying how I almost became a baby father, so forth and so on. Now, that video, the time frame on that video was like probably this year, but the situation happened, I would say years prior. And in that situation happening years prior, man, I was kind of like engaging sexually with women recreational. I had a lot of girls I was messing around with, this and that, and then I ended up moving to like a more secluded spot. At this secluded spot, I pretty much was by myself. It wasn't like an apartment complex or anything. It was more so, you know um I lived over like a storefront. So living over a storefront, it gave me the ability to be by myself. It gave me the ability to be alone. And that's kind of when I got in the process of reorchestrating. Salute, badass 93 Sting, man. Salute. That's when I got in the process of orchestrating my thoughts of learning to be alone, changing my way of thinking, and also coming to the conclusion like, look, being alone is the best option as far as success and growing as a person. And once I figured that out, I'll be honest, I was only messing with one girl. At the time, I was messing with one chick, and personally, I didn't really like this chick. We were just hooking up. And after going through that situation of almost becoming a baby dad, I realized that I didn't really want to engage with women recreationally for sex if I didn't really see myself being with them. Now, fast forward after that situation, bro, I personally ain't been engaging in that type of activity recreational. Now, this might not sound like a cool message, but this is a message from my personal experience. It's like, if I'm gonna be engaging with a girl sexually, bro, I gotta see myself being with her. I gotta see myself having kids with her, because those are the things that ruins a man's life. Like, really, like, that's gonna ruin your life if you have a baby with a girl you do not like. I promise you, that's gonna be the worst situation you're gonna have to encounter. So that being said, I've been kind of by myself, solo dolo, like, and what I'm noticing is like, bro, once you commit to a certain thing, God is gonna test you, and the evils are gonna test you. Keep in mind what I'm saying. The evils are gonna test you. Basically, the fact that I have not been engaging in recreational sex or like fornicating with random women, bro, I've been secluded by myself. So the spot that I was just telling you I lived in, bro, that was the perfect spot. I didn't live in an apartment complex. I stayed above a storefront. It was just me and another tenant. So I had focus, bro. I had the ultimate focus. I had the ultimate like mindset, whatsoever. And in the process of committing to not doing this recreational sex, I was basically moved out of there somehow. The way things happened was kind of weird. I was moved out of there, but I feel like it was all a part of the test. And in moving out of there, I went to a spot where, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, it was like I moved to a brothel, gang. Like, when I say a brothel, I'm talking about, man, one neighbor, that's all they do. They bumping and grinding all day. The neighbor below, that's all they do, bumping and grinding all day. And then this was an apartment complex. The apartment complex was shitty, bro. I'm gonna say shitty, bro. It was dirty in the hallways. The mailboxes was broken. You couldn't even get your mail, really. So I kind of came to the conclusion like, nah, bro. The fact that I'm not engaging in recreational sex, I cannot be in this type of environment. This is not healthy in a sense. But it was almost like, now that you're committing to not, freaking on girls randomly, this and that, you get thrown into a pit of of I don't know, a pit of fire of kind of ba- basically, into a pit of fire, basically, basically like being tested, bro. Like, imagine you make a commitment to something like, you say you might not be smoking cigarettes no longer or whatever, and then all of a sudden you working at a tobacco store or something where you just around people that smoking cigarettes consistently. It's like the ultimate test. So in my perspective, it was like a test on my conscience, bro. It was a test on my spirit, bro, because I wasn't fornicating. I'm still not fornicating. So it's like the evils had to figure out how to kind of, basically get to me spiritually, get to me physically, get to me mentally or whatsoever. And in the process, y'all see this lady car stuck. They helping her out right now. In the process of trying to, like, not be a part of that, I'm being tested spiritually and physically from the environment. So being in that environment, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't jacking that at all, bro. Cause I'm like, yo, this don't align with what I'm trying to do right now. I gotta get up out of here. So once I get up out of there, fam, I go to a different spot, fam. When I'm at a different spot, bro, it's the same scenario, same setup. It's like, damn, I just moved to a brothel, gang. When I say a brothel, bro, it's like that's all the activities that's going on. And you guys got to do your best to beat temptation right now, because it's like walking away from something and having that something follow you almost at every location, man. You got to be strong. You got to stay solid. You got to stick to your guns. At the end of the day, being in that environment is not an environment I want to be in, and doesn't align with what I'm trying to do right now. So you out there, if you make a commitment, like you say, you might not be drinking no more. You can't be going to the parties. You can't be at the parties. You can't be around people that's drinking 40s all day. You know what I mean? Them boys kind of weak, though. You see, they kind of weak. They can't even push the car up. 3 of them. She might need one person. Like, I don't push the whole car with myself before Dolly. Nah, I mean, I ain't trying to clown them, man. They eat too much Burger King. But yeah, so what if you guys commit right now? Do your best to not be tempted, bro. Whatever you commit to working out, bro. And you might be driving past fast food restaurants and the burgers calling your name. Don't break that commitment, because a lot of the times, once we commit to certain things, God is going to test us, and the evils are going to test us. It's a matter of passing the test. And, being in these environments, bro, it's a spiritual attack on my conscience. It's an attack on my spirit. But, I'm much stronger than that. I've already made the commitment. All I got to do now is follow through with that commitment. And the message for everybody out there is, look, you got to beat temptation. Whether you're tempted to go back to an old habit, or go back to an old relationship, or, tempted to, whatever you're tempted to do, bro, you gotta beat that. You know what I mean? You gotta beat it. It's at an all-time high. Not just for me, I'm sure for everyone out there. If y'all make a commitment to something, stick that shit through. That's the test. You gotta stick it through when you make your commitment, because I'm not gonna lie, like, since I made a commitment to not, be fornicating, freaking around, bro, I'm telling you, every spot I went to, it's been like a brothel. It's almost like they're calling me like, yo, bro, this is what you supposed to be doing. You supposed to be on that type of time. Why you not on that type of time? And it's like, that's what I'm trying to get away from. So whatever you trying to get away from, stay away from it. Keep being away from it. Don't go back to it. Beat temptation right now. Temptation right now is at an all-time high, bro. I appreciate everybody that's tuned into the live, man. I usually don't go live. I'm going to try to go live for y'all more, but beat temptation right now. You have to beat temptation. I don't care what you committed to. Stick to your guns. You know what I mean? I'm going to catch y'all in the next live, man. I'll end this joint.